Halo 3. I rotted on Halo 3. My family didn't have much money back then, and asking for Xbox Gold was like kicking my mom in the shin. So instead of paying for the subscription, I'd have to come up with a new email every month. At first I thought I had to actually create the emails, but then over time I discovered that Microsoft doesn't actually care if the emails are real or not. I was scheming. I had to. I had to be there. Halo 3 was the first game I played front to back 1,000,000 times. The first thing I was genuinely interested in, fascinated with. I studied the second disc with the behind-the-scenes look from Bungie. I romanticized working for Bungie, dreamed about it. I used to draw pictures of new gun designs that could possibly be incorporated in a new game.
What?
That is, until my teacher saw me doing this and pulled me aside for a special talk one day. It felt like everyone had access to a 360 back then. Late nights grinding multiplayer, fooling around on Forge, looking for Easter eggs. Halo had a way of sustaining that primal desire to jump around and shoot your friends. Halo was an escape. For a couple hours at a time, I wasn't a weak little kid. I was a Spartan. Deadly. Brave. Unbreakable. Having so much control, ironically, felt so natural. I felt free. I was about 10 when Reach fell. Halo Reach was the second FPS game in the franchise to try to differentiate from the previous Halos. ODST is now beloved and codified, but when it dropped, it wasn't so popular. Time has vindicated its differences from Halo 3. Halo Reach achieves a similar feel. In this one, you are a Spartan 3. Turns out, the government doesn't need to abduct kids to make Spartans. I remember playing Halo every single day from the age of 10 to the age of 13. Then I'd play every other day because GTA 5 dropped on the Xbox 360. Yeah. Reach lived up to its name, shocking old players and new players alike. Not without adversity, though. A lot of familiar things stayed true while also incorporating a lot of new things, like still controversial Spartan abilities. Despite older fans not caring for the sprint in Halo game, a lot of people got into Halo because of Halo Reach, and it's all they knew for a while. Halo Reach is a good example of taking something beloved and working within that to see what works and add new things to give you a new experience. The marketing for this game wasn't as mainstream as Halo 3 was, but they did get Snoop Dogg to stream himself playing Halo Reach, and that used to mean something. This time, Bungie relied on the fan base to muster up hype for Halo Reach, and for the most part, it absolutely worked. The beta dropped, and my god, it took all night to download it, and guess what I did? I stayed up till it was done, booted it up, and then it insta-crashed.
I take the ball, I bounce it,
Whoa.
I shoot, I miss it.
To make matters worse, I got grounded from the Xbox for not listening to my mom when she told me to go to bed. I'm sure if she knew what she was doing, she wouldn't have done that. The beta was only up for like a week, and I missed the first 2 days. So to make up for that, I'd continue to play the game every day before and after school when it finally released. I was DPSing while my grades tanked. What once was a game that was controversial became one of the most iconic Halo games, one of the most notable Halo games to ever exist. Bungie's swan song before they went off and do Destiny, tossing the keys to 343 Industries. Halo 4 was the first game that felt like Halo was actually different. With 343 taking the helm, an aesthetic change was inevitable. The UNSC ships were different, the Spartans looked different, Forerunner tech and architecture was different, and Cortana was different. But no one's complaining about that for obvious monkey brain reasons. The game provides an in-game explanation for the aesthetic shift, but it was a bit devastating for me at the time. I was like 11. As a Halo 3 kid, I admittedly haven't touched Halo CE, so I wasn't aware that this had already happened before. And both Halo Reach and Halo 4 were only really trying to tie in that CE aesthetic to the new Halo style of the time. Or at least that's how I see it. Okay, well maybe Halo 4 was doing a little too much, retroactively retconning what Spartan armor designs looked like in the past.
That is not the baby.
Halo 4 was 343's first crack at the franchise, and it's not fair to judge them for doing something different and more signature. Honestly, it ain't bad either. This is the first time Chief breathes as a character, the first time we see Chief as a human. It may also help that Jen Taylor and Steve Downes were able to be in the same booth to record lines this time. I have no idea how the hell they did 3 games without meeting once. But the strong chemistry that they had is undeniable, and it really shines in this game. Given how good Jen Taylor and Steve Downes' chemistry was in this game, I can't help but wonder how different Halo CE to Halo 3 would have been if they could just record with each other and play off of each other's emotions. But then again, I don't really think either character showed much emotion until the later part of Halo 3 going into Halo 4. Right place, right time, maybe. Master Chief as a human upsets a lot of folks who like the idea of Chief, not necessarily the baggage he's carrying. No amount of conditioning and serum can make someone robotic, and Halo 4 speaks on that truth. A lot of fans were upset because of the detachment from the ideas that Chief is an ambiguous cyborg action guy you can pretend to be to escape your shitty life. I get that. I understand why they think this is valid. But Chief has always held space in his franchise. He's always had his own voice, always had his own personality shining through the rough exterior. To pretend like Oni's inhumane experiments would continue to go unchecked is naive, perhaps unintentionally nihilistic, that the only way to achieve peace is to hurt a lot of people for the greater good. Abducting children, turning them into demons who can lift cruise ships over their heads. Halo 4 showed Chief not as a soldier, but as a person with limits, a person who desires things. That's the most relatable thing a character could show. Just because you're a badass, don't mean you don't listen to Wisp and cry a little sometimes.
Why do we always have to listen to this old stuff, Sarge?
Watch your mouth, son. This stuff is your history.
Alright. Probably not gonna get anything at all, so we'll see. We'll see.
Halo 5 was fun. I really mean it. This is the first game to even hint at the humans being the bad guys, and a lot of folks simply didn't resonate with that. Chief and Locke were meant to be foils for each other, both spearheaded in their convictions and work ethic, both trying to do the right thing. Hero versus hero. It was a big trope at the time as well. The problem is, the story merely dips its toes into the waters of anti-establishment commentary, and then throws away the plot in a very Halo-appropriate way. Chief was AWOL because of his connection to Cortana, and Locke was not really sure about his mission given who his bounty was. Chief has always been the best boy for the UNSC. Everyone in the galaxy knows who he is, because of his valor, because of his strength. Why would he just do this? Is he finally going insane from that sketchy Spartan 2 program? Then they cope with the whole child abduction thing by claiming it was necessary. Chief was always meant to be Chief, sure, but the avenue of which humanity took to get there was utterly destructive and inhumane. Halo 5's story really wasn't that bad. Plus, I love seeing Nathan Fillion's face, so say what you want about Halo 5's campaign, it's not the worst thing that ever happened. 343 just needs to grow a backbone and finish a single coherent thought before shifting to a new one. The multiplayer, though...
Yeah, but that backflip, though.
File sharing peaked in this game. Halo players remain some of the most talented gamers to grace our existence. Map creators, foragers, are creating things you couldn't even fathom. Type of maps that shatters the walls of reality. Maps that got Satan banished to hell. Maps that drove Gabby Hanna crazy, bro. Warzone was also dope, and the only reason why I reached max rank, to be honest. And my god, the new assassination animations were sharp. Too bad all that got scrapped. Halo Infinite is the baby right now, and the fandom is very divided, much like they were in the Reach days, the Halo 4 days, and for Halo 5. Foragers are carrying this game as they did in Halo 5, but the game itself does a lot to leave you wanting more. Infinite cuts off the Nomad Chief storyline and forgets what Halo 5 was even talking about. The explanation was rushed and happened in a book like most things do in Halo nowadays. The themes in Infinite's story are about surviving and what it means to be a warrior like Chief. Through Chief's past experiences, he's melted his militant attitude and shifted his thoughts to more warm things. Losing his closest friend changed him. Everything changed. And for the first time in a long time, the fandom seems to be returning to a normal state. as normal as the Halo fanbase can be. Not being on the main stage may have also helped with that, because cynics just want to be heard with the loudest mic in the biggest stage they possibly can get their hands on, i.e. Star Wars, Marvel movies, etc. Halo Infinite was a clear response to the heavy ridicule Halo 5 got. 343 reacted in the same way any typical media company reacts in this new digital age. It's hard to see anything else when the internet is telling you that everything is shit, everyone sucks, we're all gonna die. That's why we don't have booster jets anymore, and why Chief remains an asset for the Imperial machine. The new power-up abilities are cool, balanced even, but the gameplay feels like a sidestep from Halo 5. Also, no ground pound? What's next? No love? No passion? No ground pound? Aside from how I feel about this, Halo Infinite still captures me. The multiplayer is fun, especially after allowing the fan-made maps to be used, but I stopped playing it for a while. They did bring me back with the EOD helmet though. Bonus points for not making me use real-life money to buy it. So guys, the point of this video I'm trying to make is, coming from the Halo Reach days, I remember the ridicule that game got simply for adding sprint. These are just symptoms of older people losing grip of life evolving around them, people evolving around them, and wanting new things. Like I said previously, if Halo stayed the same, it would just get stale and uninteresting. So of course, you need to work within the space, to innovate, to make something new and riveting. The fanbase will always have Halo's back. The fanbase will always carry Halo. But what the fans need from Halo is a competent, clear vision, a coherent, finished thought. Stop bullying kids for liking Halo Infinite. This may very well be their first Halo game, and honestly, as far as Halo stories go, it's by all means not the worst. Even Halo 5. A lot of kids started playing Halo on Halo 5. That was their Halo Reach. That was their Halo 3. So to pretend like it's a new idea to just be hating on a Halo game, a new Halo game, is just cope, honestly. And I was thinking while writing this script, I was like, maybe I'm coping too much. Maybe I'm this, maybe I'm that. But the thing is a lot of these negative Nancys, these negative Normans, if you will, is that nothing will ever bring back the feeling of being a kid playing Xbox with your friends. If you're new to the Halo fanbase, I am sorry to say you are kind of entering it at a low point, because Halo 3 really was the peak, and Halo Reach was really good, and it's a very special game to me. There's just something about those Halo 3 days that were just so authentically stellar. Words can't describe how amazing it was to exist at that time. And I think that 343 or Halo Studios should do more to capture that in a game. And I think they should work on Halo Infinite before going on to a next game. Like my mother always said, finish what's on your plate before getting seconds.